There's a huge elephant in the room. Where's Verno? He was supposed to be on the pod, bro.
That's how you're gonna start it?
Yeah, that's how we're gonna start
Wow.
What up, everybody? Welcome back to Offscript, the NRG VALORANT Podcast presented by Spectrum. Today, I got Sam, Pujan, Ethan, and Mada. And before we get into things, of course, we got to go over the winners of the YouTube comments. Last time we got Nas, Triken, and Vernal Equinox. Congratulations on winning your signed NRG VALORANT cap. Don't forget to drop some comments down on this YouTube video below to win something else. And of course, let's just get straight into things, guys. There's a huge elephant in the room. Where's Verno? He was supposed to be on the pod, bro.
We are more than likely going to remove Verno from our starting roster, and there are plenty of reasons for that. Most of which have to do with, actually it has to do with in-game and out-of-game stuff, but more of it is just the goals in-game a lot of the times just don't feel like they align. There are a lot of issues, like underlying issues that obviously you guys as fans and spectators don't see, and I'm like completely against changes if they can be avoided, but this one honestly couldn't. When there are multiple players, like if it's a unanimous decision to do something, you kind of just have to follow that. And there were just too many instances where it felt like even in the off season, even with the success that we were having, there were still a lot of underlying issues that just caused a rift between him and the rest of the team. And I think it made us unhappy. It made him unhappy. It was unfair for him and for us. So we decided to part ways.
I think the thing that you said before we went live that stood out the most was it just seems like maybe it's just not the right time. Like he's just not ready yet.
That's just an assumption, right? Based off like the experience we have with him. But obviously he's an insane player in terms of his mechanical skill. Probably one of the best, if not the best player I've played with mechanically. But there are just so many more things that you have to be great at in this game when it comes to specifically helping your team be the best they can be. And that just wasn't there.
Especially on that role too, right?
Yeah.
He plays like the Sova initiator, like you got to be solid,
Yeah. And there were so many times we tried to cater to the fact that like, okay, his comms aren't like up to par. That's okay. Let's just put him on Sentinel and like doing all these things. And like, I will give him that he did at times like try to improve those things. I mean, he did try to take some of the criticism that was given to him, and we genuinely, as a team, I think we can collectively say we did genuinely try to like implement him to the best of our ability and cater to it. But when it gets to the point where it was just too much, I would say it got to a point where it was just too much to handle, and a lot of things had to be catered around him. And bluntly speaking, we had to make a change at that point, and unanimously we agreed that was the best one.
Yeah, I mean, from the outside in, it was really interesting seeing him like kind of struggle, because like when we saw him on the off season, it was like, yo, this guy's God's gift to the game. But then like he comes to VCT and it's different, right? There's a lot more at stake here. Yeah. You're playing in a format in which like if you O2 barbecue, you're just done for a whole month. Thankfully, you guys got to get a little bit further than that. But still, it's just like so much pressure in this moment. So yeah, for a young player to come in, it probably was a lot for him as well. Yeah. It's not tier 2 where it's like a way more lax type of schedule and etc. It's like, nah, we got to win, bro. Like you can't be, like it doesn't matter. You got to win at all costs.
It just felt like no matter what we tried to do, at no point did it feel like he was happy or comfortable here. Yeah. That's what the feeling I got was. And there were talks I had with him to try to figure it out. But honestly, at the end of those talks, there was very little solution. Like there was no solutions to, like when you have a conflict, you try to find a solution to the problem and then you see it working in a working progress. That was not the case. A lot of the times things would just go back to how they were. And like I said, I'm against changes. I prefer not doing them, especially when chemistry is such a big deal, especially when we worked so hard in the offseason to gain that chemistry. Yeah. So obviously we don't want to do this. We don't want to be in a situation where we have to make changes, but it got to a point where, and other people can chime in on this as well, but like for me, it was just too difficult to, with the time that we have as well, with the time like constraints, it's very difficult to just get to get him on the same page with the rest of us.
Yeah, that's difficult. Now I want to know what your problems are, bro, because they're roasting you, saying you got some problems, dude. What do you think your problems are? Because you said you're perfect.
I need to hear this too. Let's hear it.
Nah, he's chill, bro.
Yeah, he's chill.
Adam was a good find.
What's the worst? What do you think the worst trait about Adam is? Like, and obviously he's looked great in game, and I've heard nothing but good things about you. But if you were to like really nitpick, like what would
I can tell you. I literally do not try and practice.
What, bro?
Okay, my problem with this whole team. No, the whole team. It's not about practice. We get into matches, right, or like something that matters.
Yeah.
Or we play a good team in a scrim. And like, I can tell my players are trying to win. No one's trying to frack right now. Like, are you guys trying to win? Bro, everyone starts calming at mock speed. And I'm like, yo, I don't even get to get a word in.
This is not how you guys are.
As a caller, it's so hard to like get into the zone when everyone else is also calling certain things, which can be good and bad.
Yeah.
So that can be sometimes like, overwhelming for me, but outside of that, it's like not a bad problem to have because you could always balance it out. But yeah.
But you need the reps though of people coming like crazy. So when it does get into like that match, high.
I mean, if you're gonna do it all the time,
high intensity, bro, like you got to be able to tap into that.
Plus, they're like a lot more in the action than I am if I'm playing a Senti role.
Yeah.
Then so it is good that they calm as much as they do. It's just sometimes it does get like overwhelming for like my flow in the game.
Okay, but what about for not playing against a good team?
Yeah, and then, and then if we're playing like it's not even a good team, but if we're playing like a team they don't care about winning against or have nothing to prove, legit, it's like there's so much random silence and people are just actually just playing the game to play.
I feel like that's when like a coach, like that's like a big part of the coach's job in a game like this of Valorant. It's like trying to keep your like
it's not that they're not trying
focused.
We're practicing, like we are practicing shit, but like if Sam like turns around,
the vibe and energy isn't the same.
Yeah,
when Sam looks at me, I'm legit leaning back like this, like playing, like opping.
But just for example, like I talked to Josh RT quite a bit. Like we go back and forth. I've had him on like my own show as well. Maybe we can get him on here at some point, just because I feel like you and him would get along and chop it up really well. But like he makes sure that in those moments, like they're still dialed in, like trying their absolute hardest, practicing something specifically, because when you're playing a weaker team, it's like you can't really like practice everything you want. You might just be aimbotting them. I
had an interview where I talked about this. Like, I think our practices on this team are genuinely very efficient.
Yeah.
We get a lot done with like, even if we have a day or two to prep, right? Like the Tejo breach comps that we ran against 100 Thieves, I think we had a day, 2 days,
I think 2 days
of scrims. 2 days of full scrims.
Yeah. That's pretty impressive.
And we were able to implement that comp on like multiple maps and used it in the match. And it obviously worked out for us in our favor. And I think it was a huge advantage for us that we tried that. But the truth is, like, because our practices are so efficient, we're like confident in doing those kinds of things.
Yeah.
So I would say our practices are more efficient than like even in my optic days. Like genuinely, these practices are really efficient. We obviously fell short for like a bunch of different reasons. And it sucks, but man. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie though, that last map, that shit was like some of the most unlucky Valorant I've ever seen.
Are you talking about bind on
I'm talking about bind, like the amount of times you guys randomly got sprayed through smoke for no.
There was that. And
so I was about to start swearing because it's just like
it
so
all
sad.
started with the eco, bro.
Dude, yeah, okay. First of all, that sucks. But
Yo, what up, NRG fam? NRG ShahZaM here. Checking in. Make sure you guys buy the bundle. It's pretty sick. And yeah, thanks guys.
All of a sudden, like there's like a huge swing around where like you guys finally start stringing some rounds together and it looks like you're gonna make the comeback, and then like CGRS out of nowhere just spams like two people through like shower smoke, and it's like you guys made no sound. You were just shift walking up.
Yeah,
probably would have killed them if they were still in their like little default that they do.
Yeah.
But he gets a 2K through smoke. Then you got Adverso like for some reason taking scrim timings down like mid on defense side. Bro, good. I've never seen.
They played good actually.
Yo, I know he played good, but it's like the most scrim timing stuff I've ever seen in a gameplay. Like he's just walking down market alone as Viper, and I'm just like, wow, bro.
I think there's one thing that like is obvious at this point with our team, and I think a lot of other teams, like if you see a team on paper that's way better or like supposed to be better than the opponent they're playing against, most of the time that team that's supposed to be better if they do lose, it's clear that they are losing to themselves. Like there's something they're doing to their own game plan or their own strategies, like what's going wrong. And yeah, you mentioned some unlucky rounds, but we're putting ourselves in that position as well.
Exactly.
So it's like
maybe it's
on us at the end of the day. Right? So they play well. It's like we should be able to play much better than we did.
I definitely agreed with the way that you think in that aspect, because it's like, yeah, like maybe we should have just won 2-0 or just not gotten eco'd, you know. Hella unfortunate stuff. But something I did want to talk about, which is what you were talking about, how you had to basically switch your compositions, you know. Tejo, like, let's just keep it real. I was in the off season and we were talking about, me and Frost specifically were talking about how your team looked like the best in that previous meta where it was like the Sova and etc. But with Tejo getting introduced, he even like was kind of like saying, oh, like this might be tough if they don't incorporate it fast enough. Do you think that's something that happened to you guys specifically? Because I know you were doing the interviews with VCT saying like, yo,
100% it happened to us. I mean, I called right after we played that Cloud9 game. I was very, very vocal about it to the team.
Yeah, now Tejo is like him.
I'm just being honest. I've like also watched a lot of the matches from other regions as well that some of them had implemented it already. So I was like, I'll be completely honest when I say this combination of Tejo with Breach or Fade or Sova, but just Tejo is way too broken. There are too many options available for opponents, and like we are at a disadvantage consistently because they're playing a Tejo and we're not. And so, yeah, I mean, the good thing is like Ethan picked it up instantly. Yeah, loved playing it. Or playing him, and we just kind of ran with it.
What do you guys think about the state of the game right now with this Tejo? Because like I feel like a lot of weaker teams now are just relying on it as a crutch. It seems to be the case now where it's like first it was Neon, now it's the Tejo. Like I feel like it gives the opportunity for these teams that aren't as
you just have to match it
strategically sound to like all of a sudden be very good.
Yeah, I don't really like when the meta becomes like you have to do something. So for example, for Tejo Breach, the only way to beat it is by playing Tejo Breach and matching it. And it's like
there's no hard counter to it because of the options available.
At least right now.
Yeah. And like the options available are so scarce. Like realistically, if an agent or a combination of agents are able to take map control fast, are able to execute, are able to play post plants, all doing it like perfectly well while being safe, it's like that's too many abilities all at once. And bro, every single choke point in this video game is narrow and tiny. There are only 3 bomb spots in the bomb site that you can play. All 3 get locked down by missiles and stuns. So where are you going to play?
Yeah. And on top of that, by the way, you can't even play Killjoy because
also that
Tejo's rockets
or Cypher at this point. Yeah, it's like only Vice.
Yeah, it's only Vice. Yeah, the salvos literally delete the ultimate.
And the crazy thing is, and the craziest part of this character is he gets his missiles back.
Yeah, they come back.
Like that rechargeable is ridiculous to me because then he could just play post plant. We can do traps. There are 100 different options you could do with Breach Tejo that you can't think of like with another duo of agents doing the same thing. So it's just a lot of different playstyle changes you can make with it. And so it's like, you asked what I think about it. I think, I mean, I don't think it has to get nerfed. First of all, whoever wins Bangkok is going to for sure abuse the shit out of it.
Bro, when we were playing, like before we switched to it, because we were still on like KO on some maps. And we were playing scrims against Tejo, and I was like, yo, this guy's 6 of my mollies.
Yeah.
And I have 1, and I need lineups, and he doesn't. It's just like the way you get diffed when you don't play Tejo is like it's kind of like Astra back then, but it's like when Astra was insane.
That's what I noticed. Like you guys run the KO on bind, and like I know you guys had success on it like first map, and I was like, damn, I hope they do switch to the Tejo though, because I'm like the thing.
It was a discussion, but we just switched on so many maps.
It's tough, right?
And
I know it's tough.
We were like, okay, like can we implement it on every map? I don't think so. And our bind was doing well. So we're just going to leave it as is because we really felt comfortable on bind and still do. So we're like, okay, well, like, let's just keep the comp the way it is.
The thing that I noticed though, specifically with the KO on bind, because like we've tried doing it before too, like when I was playing, is that I feel like you almost have to be like too perfect. Like, and you are the guy for that though, right? Because you're KO, you're one of the best KOs. You probably are the best KO in the game, right? So it's like that's the only problem I see with that comp, because I watch APAC quite a bit, and like I was watching like Stax' teams always try to run the KO. They still try to do it as well. When it looks good, man, that shit looks
So
fire.
we were
Like,
inspired by, well, I personally was inspired by their T1, the T1's
Yeah,
comp,
right, yeah.
But we didn't implement Vise. And then I played against Crew, and they were one of the only
Shy,
teams.
huh?
Shy was very good on this
he's
character.
on a heater this year.
Yeah, so his bind is
They were doing-
actually insane.
They were doing like crazy stuff too on
Yeah.
Vise. Like he was putting his wall in shower and then like thorns and the flash, and they would leave him A.
Yeah.
So they would overstack B, and if we TP'd, now there's a wall,
Yeah, you're
thorns,
stuck.
and a flash.
Yeah,
You
you're
can't go.
perma-stuck.
So
You're not gonna run
You literally
through.
cannot go. It's
Yeah.
like crazy.
But even Vise is easier to figure out because you could play against, like, you can counter Vise with Yoru. Like, you can pass the util through, like using Yoru. But, like, for example, going back to the Breach Teo thing, there literally is no counter to that.
Yeah.
Because fast map control will always be favored for you, not for the opponent if they don't have the same
And then
comp.
you get the rechargeable backup
Yeah.
for post plant or another trap,
Exactly.
whatever it may be, right?
And your executes are good.
Yeah.
And on defense side, your traps are good.
And you have
your
info.
instant map control is good. It's like this character also has a scan. Like like it already has a drone on top of that.
Yeah.
So he can do it all. This character literally has everything you need to like get info, take fast map control, post plant, retakes, everything. So he's broken. Like his rechargeable being the missiles is broken.
Ethan, how's it feel playing Tejo compared to like a KO where you have to have like, you know, sometimes pixel perfect like utility?
This is the only agent I've played where I don't need lineups. So it feels like it's so easy. And I played it on, like before we lost, I probably played it on like 5 out of 7 maps. So like my brain was just free.
And then also going back to the Verno thing, like we're like, okay, like his comms are like very low most of the time. Like he's very locked in.
Yeah.
So put him on Senti. He's also just really good at locking down bomb sites. Leave him on Senti, put me on Breach. So it worked out rules wise for us as well.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, 2 birds, 1 stone. It's perfect. And then Ethan played Teo like once or twice. And he's like, bro, this is my new favorite one trick. And I'm like, perfect, bro. Like keep this agent. Cause then it's like everything, you know, we're like happy with that.
It's also just like free ACS.
Yeah.
You do
Stat
damage
padding,
on the
bro.
exit, and then you get out and you bait for the rest of the retake, and you do more damage on the guy diffusing. It's like it's so free.
That's fire. Did you like because you've done the flex IGLing before?
I prefer initiator calling.
You like that more than playing Senti? So
yeah,
like
it's much. I'm much more involved in what's happening, like action wise.
yeah.
And because of that, I can make a call more instantly than I would be able to if I was on the other side of the map. Like I rely a lot on Adam and Ethan and Sam to like make calls if I'm not with them. Right. Like they'll most of the time mid round if I'm not anywhere near that area. So like if they want to, like, for example, on Lotus, if they take C control, they want to fake C and hit B, they'll be the ones to say that, not me.
Yeah.
The only thing I can say as a lurker if I'm A or something is, yo, come back A, there's no one here. Like that's literally the only call you can really make with like certainty. So it's better for me personally as a caller to be in the pack. It's just easier to call.
Do you think that's something that you're going to look for in the new player that you're going to get? Are you going to try to find a Senti so you can be more part of the pack? Or
I mean, we're
or
open
do you think
to
you need to find like
we're
a
honestly
vocal?
open to like just trying to figure out what the best fit for us is.
Okay.
So most likely still initiator.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's impossible to call on a Senti role. I prefer calling on a initiator role. But if I have, like I said, I have players that communicate and are able to mid round. So me having faith in that is no problem with me. It's not like I'm gonna make 100 times better call than them with the in the situation that they're in. So
Yeah.
I'm okay Senti calling. It's just when I was Breach, it's literally just honestly, it's more fun too. Straight up, it's so much more fun when you have that much impact on a round.
Yeah.
And you like are you're exactly where you need to be able to make the call on like what to do next.
For sure. All right, bet. Yeah, we got to talk about your ACS record that you set in this stage.
Okay. I was about to say, like,
I don't know if it's a record. Okay, it might not be a record, but you had the highest ACS out of anybody. I mean, you were popping off. You had a record performance for me on that Neon on Haven. That was crazy, by the way. But yeah, how's it feel to be on top of the world in terms of that? I know you didn't win. You know, you didn't win as much as you wanted to, but
At least you got something.
Okay, I know.
you got something. Exactly. At least you got something.
I know it might be hard to believe, but I genuinely didn't even know until last night because he sent me some like picture on Discord, and it was like
You're him.
it was like me. Yeah, he literally. I'm pretty sure the word was actually "damn, you're him" or something like that. And I genuinely didn't know. Like I don't look at stats that much. The only time I was actually hard glazing a stats page was against 100 Thieves, just because I looked at it. I looked back at that page so many times because I beat Dan. It felt so good, but
Wait, That's actually a great point, bro. How did you feel beating Boostio? Because Boostio he's been the trash talker of the century, bro.
It's fine. I mean, honestly, it didn't. These guys, I just don't care. Like, I don't look at it like that ever. It's just like, because you already know you have to look at it. Yeah, I just never look at it like that because I know he's just like that. Yeah. And this guy loves him and Jordan. Like, if getting impressions on Twitter was a job, yeah, these guys would be millions.
They kill it. Yeah, they kill it.
Yeah. And to me, I think I'm past that point in my career where like I care about that. But there was a time where like I would trash talk on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah.
But that just doesn't like
I remember, bro. I remember those days.
That type of shit is like fun to me. Was fun to me. But like I think I've just grown past that point. So it's fun to see it for me because I think it should be something everyone enjoys. I think it gets the fans involved and stuff like that. But I don't have anything against them. It was fun to
trash talking is so fun.
But at the same time, it's like it's funny to see when you beat them, like what everyone starts saying afterwards, because like everyone just trash talks
He's
for
the piggy
you
now, you know.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, next split though, this guy number one.
I don't know what he's saying.
Look at him now. Look at him now.
He actually, you know,
You've been stepping it up, bro.
He's like acting cool right now on the podcast because like, you know, cameras are on and stuff.
Yeah.
But like he's like low key mad he wasn't the best.
Damn, bro, that's why he's so good though, right? Like that's
He's
what
like
makes
low-key
you
mad
good.
he wasn't the best.
I didn't say what the full message was that he sent me.
He's like, yo, bro, I'm coming for that.
That's exactly what I said.
He's like, yo, you're him now, bro. But don't let it get to your head, bro.
I mentioned, I'm like,
I'm about to humble you.
Keep it up. And I'm like, but next split, watch out.
Yeah.
That's fire. I'm excited to see what you guys cook up next split. I mean, at least you'll have a longer, you know, season. We'll get to see more matches out of you, see like what you guys are actually made of because you only played 3 matches. It's just like not.
Does every year have a kickoff like this where it's like
dude, it's only 2 teams make it out. It's brutal.
Last 2 years has been kickoff, and the year before that was lock-in.
Yeah.
So you guys got in the Omega group. We all saw the draw last night.
Yeah.
I literally made a tweet. I was like, what the hell is that group, bro? Like you guys, I feel like
already forgot our group.
I feel like you guys have a stack group.
I don't feel like it's that
Yeah, I don't think I think
the first group is
more group.
I think
Can I see the groups right now?
Really, bro? You guys have to play against
G2,
Leviathan, G2,
MIBR.
MIBR. So
Furia.
every time you play against Aspas, you just don't know, right? Like
MIBR, Cloud9, Furia. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Furia is clearly the weakest team.
I mean, I think it's a pretty balanced group, I would say.
I think when I looked at it, my first like thought was that the first group was more stacked.
Damn, bro. I thought about it the other way.
Yeah, the first group is low-key stacked.
Okay,
100
look.
Thieves.
So Sen, Loud, and 100 Thieves can beat each other on any given day, right?
Yeah.
You can throw Carry.
And then in our group, the
too.
big 3 on paper are G2, Lev, and us.
Yeah, that's true.
Both groups have teams that like on their best day can beat anyone else.
And then you also have like MIBR, KRU. Like these teams are also good.
Yeah.
C9.
And
then C9 can always just like come out randomly.
Like Cloud9's already beaten me twice.
EG as well. Same thing. And they're like Alpha. Like both of those teams can just like beat any team.
So I legit think this is as balanced as it gets.
Okay.
It actually is super balanced. And then 2G and Furia just like unfortunate for them, you know.
They're just the bottom feeders of the league.
No, actually, I didn't even mention Crew. Like Crew made a run.
They did, which is impressive.
So like Crew is like probably the 4th team there. So I would say like the Alpha group's actually harder.
Also, I don't know when 2G's like main star comes
also,
to be. But when that happens, if it does happen for stage 1, then maybe you are right. That might be even more.
And
of a
then
force
whereas
to be
like for us, it's like the dark horse is Cloud9 consistently.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you just don't know like what kind of Cloud9 you're gonna get. And then you have G2, Lev, us, and then
Aspas.
Obviously Aspas and MIBR.
What'd you guys think about Demon 1 playing the Raze now? Because I know like specifically you got to play with him last year a little bit, and he clearly struggled on the Raze role, but on this Leviathan roster,
Loki was nice to see him. Like,
kind of looked good.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm assuming he got a lot of time. I'm assuming he knew, obviously, like through the whole preseason that he was going to play on this roster. Yeah. And also we got a lot of reps last year.
Yeah. It is interesting because like when I casted some of their matches, the only positive character that he had was Raze, and I was like, what? Like, this is so weird,
like,
bro.
You know, players that you've had like you've seen like absurd peaks.
Yeah.
So Demon 1, are the 2 I can think of in Americas right now. Like when you see them pop off again, honestly, for me, it's just like as a fan of those.
Good,
like it feels good for them.
Yeah.
So I'm like it's nice to see them not get hate for once.
It's how it felt in the off season in the Sen City one when Ye was playing good. I feel like I was like,
you're just happy so
cool.
Like
right?
it felt like we played EG and we beat them. It was a close game, but it was like nice that it was close.
Yeah,
because like Ye was playing good. You know, like it was like cool to see.
Yeah, so it's like those two players I always will root for because of like the legacy they've left behind in terms of their peak performances. So like I don't know if they'll ever get back to that. I think it's really hard now.
Yeah, it's difficult,
but
man.
like they can get pretty close to it if they have the right team around them, if they have the right agent, like the roles. There is a world where they get back to like at least close to that level again.
Is Aspas the only player that
he's Mr. Consistent, dude? Like
he's him.
You can't not put respect
honestly
on
to me
Aspas's
outside
name.
of Leo.
Oh yeah.
There's only Aspas.
The only thing Aspas consistently does it no matter what team he's on.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing.
He's done it on 3 different iterations of rosters, consistently being like top 3 in the world.
Like Aspas to me and Leo are like freaks.
Undenied goats.
They're just freaks.
Yeah.
And then there's everyone else.
and like Mada
Hopefully we get to see Leo. And then Mada's creeping up there.
Yeah, I mean,
people are calling you the NA Aspas though.
If Adam has
chill,
this
chill, chill,
this
chill,
run
chill, chill, chill.
for the next 3-4 years,
Yeah.
then he's on the list.
Yeah, you might be in the GOAT talks, bro.
Trust me.
Just don't let it get to your head, bro. Be humbled, you know?
I feel like, okay, so if Adam does have like a worse split than he did this time, all of a sudden I'm going to see his scrims, he's going to start playing for stats. Like, all right. Then he's going to go to
He starts
set
baiting, bro. You're going to be like, yo, we got to bring Ryan, bro. He's just going to run it down for us.
Yep.
You got the Dolphin in the comms now, bro. Now, how are you going to IGL now, bro?
I'm not playing with Ryan. Are you crazy? Out of your mind.
You know, I actually thought that Ryan was gonna play kickoff. Like there was a
there was a chance, right?
There's a part of me that thought Ryan was actually gonna play kickoff.
What if he just popped off too? Like, how crazy would that have been? Like,
Pop off.
like, what if he popped off to the point where like he had to
sorry.
start? You know what I mean? Like
here's
he
what I
had
think
such a crazy
Here's what I
performance.
honestly think would happen with Ryan. I think if he had like an 0-5 start to a game, you'd immediately be like, fuck, what are my Twitch viewers going to say when I start streaming? Like, I can't stream tonight. I can't stream for the next week. Like, in his head, that's what he would be thinking.
Yeah,
Like, not the solution to the next round. He'd be freaking out about what everyone else is saying.
If I didn't make it for a kickoff and Ryan had to play, bro, I would be the watch party guy. I'd be enjoying that so much, bro. For the first time, I'd be the watch party.
Well, you know what? That leads me to probably the last point of just the random shit talk that we're gonna do is, you know, you guys are off now for quite a bit of time. Are we gonna see some watch parties out of you or you? Because, you know, Thailand.
I mean,
you know,
we got to focus up,
start
bro.
practice.
You're just gonna lock in?
I mean, honestly, like I said, I know what our team is capable of when all 5 of us are on the same page. And I think we've shown glimpses of it, especially during the off season. I'm not trying to live in the past, just giving the facts that we are capable of playing at a very high level.
Yeah.
But we have to be able to find a balance where we're consistently able to do it during the season. So we have to focus up, and that takes away from like watch. Like if I'm sitting there watch partying, I won't be able to do the work that I need to do to get the team in shape.
We gotta make Toronto.
We just have to lock in for this next split, and
Especially for you, bro.
yeah.
Toronto is Adam's champs.
Actually,
Yeah.
He doesn't even care about the end of
I've
the
been
doesn't even care about champs.
I've been
He's
talking
like,
about it so much. If we make Toronto, we make champs, pretty much.
So it's been many years, and finally we might get a replay system. What are we thinking? What are we thinking, boys?
I mean, I've heard about this for a while.
Yeah,
I've been hearing about this since 2021.
a long time
This
coming.
is,
or what?
this is the end, bro. This is
So-
the end.
We're in the promised land. Is all Valorant just
I
gonna
mean,
die
if it
now?
happens, I don't see a world where it's a bad thing.
I love
It's
how you
just-
still say if it happens.
I mean,
It's
I'm
like,
never.
dude.
I still don't think it's happening.
Yeah.
But if it happens, amazing, because I think it just helps the scene. I think it'll help all the coaches, all the IGLs, every single player who's able, like, wanting to, specifically rewatch their stuff.
The ceiling will get higher
Yeah.
for every player.
It's definitely like something that was like super ingrained in CS. Like
Yeah.
I know that as a fact. Like Frost literally made his whole like career based off of like
Bro,
a platform.
If you saw how
that
many
did
demos
that.
I had on my desktop,
Yeah.
like in one folder, there's literally hundreds, if not thousands of demos that I would just watch over and over again to like learn the game. So it's going
yeah.
to help so many up and coming players and like teams, and you'll just see teams get so much better just because of this.
It's something I wish I had too, because like especially as an opper when I was playing, like being able to like see who I'm playing against, like the enemy opper, and see their tendencies, see like their timings
Every
on
movement,
peaks.
yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be
Like I know that was a huge thing in Counter-Strike as
it's gonna
well.
be tough.
And then on top of that, free lineups. Like you find everyone's
facts, bro.
lineups.
They had this cool post plant shock dart, bro.
Yeah.
You know? Sam, you're
that.
gonna have to learn that shit, bro, now that you're on initiator. Wait, what?
Wait, what?
No, I'm kidding, bro.
It'll be especially good for new players, like John said.
Yeah.
That's like, it's so hard to learn new agents now, especially like, so like when Tejo came out, we were a little late to it. So like I had to watch people play it to try to learn it. And like like 90% of the time, the spectator's not on the person.
Yeah. It's,
So I have to look on the map and just assume when he throws his stuff, and it's like impossible.
Yeah, you have to like get in server, try to
Anti-strike
find
is
You have
going
to
to be
just find your own stuff.
disgusting.
Yeah,
now,
it
though.
is going to be sick.
Oh, it's going to be gross.
But this is the good thing though. If it comes out like hopefully soon, like I think it's going to make teams like NRG, like even G2, who have this like really good strategic background, like you guys are going to get peak even higher, right? Because of that reason, you can anti-strat even harder now, and it's just going to make the skill gap difference way bigger.
Yeah.
The NRG VALORANT Docuseries is going to be making a return later this month, and it's going to be brought to you by op.gg. And of course, your boy Aiden Fan is going to be back. No one other than him. And what can we expect to see in the first episode?
You're gonna see after we lost, we were sitting in the prac room at the Riot Games arena for like 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Just talking. That
3 hours.
We were actually in there
that's
for like
grueling.
we were actually in there for like 2 or 3 hours just talking.
That's
Aiden was loving it, bro. Just recording every little bit, smiling in the back.
Yeah, he's over there
died,
cheesing
like,
right
5
now,
times.
bro. Okay, but Aiden, you're not on mic right now, but you're looking at me. I know we had like me and you had a little altercation in the back after NRG won their game, where I kind of left you hanging, bro. And I just want to say, I'm sorry for that, bro. But is that gonna be in there, bro? That might be in there.
Put it in there.
Yeah, he might put it in there. I kind of left
guy.
him hanging, and like these guys are just like leaving, and he's just like this the whole time, and I'm just like, he's like, Babybay, bro. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that, everybody, and drop a comment on the docuseries that's gonna come out, or what you think will be shown on there as well.
It's gonna be a banger.
It's time to have a little bit fun. We're going to be playing a game called I Can Name. And basically, we're going to be picking a category. It could be about Valorant, could be about IRL things, who knows? And everyone's going to say a number. And eventually, when the number gets high enough, someone's going to say, nah, that is cap as hell. And they're going to have to be put on the spot to name all of said numbers of that category. For the first I Can Name, we're going to be doing ultimate abilities in Valorant. Let's go, Sam. You start.
I can name 1 ultimate ability.
I can name 2 ultimate abilities.
I can name 4 ultimate abilities.
I can name 5 ultimate abilities.
Cap.
What do you mean cap?
You got cap, bro. All right, bro.
Let's go.
Let's see.
Got Orbital Strike, Blade Storm, Null Command.
Ooh. Oh, he's
Time.
blanking out,
Time?
bro.
No, what do you mean time?
seconds. 5
Just
more
kidding.
I'm
seconds.
just kidding.
From the Shadows.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that it?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that it?
You need one more, bro.
Astral Wall.
No, it's not called that.
Is it called Astral
Just take
Wall?
your time, like lockdown for Killjoy.
Lockdown.
Too late, bro. It's too late, bro. For the next I Can Name, we're going to be doing NRG Employees. 22nd is the timer. You go first, bro.
I can name 7 NRG employees.
Damn, he's starting off hot.
I can name 8.
I can name 6.
Wait, what?
No, you got to go higher. You got to
I have to go higher?
You got to go
All right, I
higher.
can name 9.
well,
Cap, bro.
Well, let's cap.
Yeah, cap. All right,
right.
name the 9.
We got Aiden. We got Brandon. We got Sesso. We got Corey. We got Rye. We got Sen. We got Sean.
Come on, man.
Oh, we got Shanks. We got Williams. That's 8. That's 9, right?
Yeah, he did it. He did it.
Oh, come on.
For the next I Can Name, we're going to be doing FPS Games. Go ahead, Sam.
I can name 6 FPS
I can name
games.
7.
I can name 8.
I can name 9.
I can name 10.
I can probably name 11.
Cap.
I can probably name 11.
Bro. No,
Start
I
us
can't.
off, bro.
Here we go.
We got Valorant, Counter-Strike, Battlefield, Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty 4, Call of Duty
It has to
5.
be one of them.
Wait, no, that
No,
counts.
that does
Chill,
not.
counts.
Just one franchise. Just one franchise.
So what is that? Call of Duty, so I'm at 5.
That was 3, bro.
Call of Duty was your like
That
third
was
one.
4.
Did I say Battlefield?
Yes.
Oh, you're cooked.
Dude, your time's running out, bro.
What did he say? 11, right?
Yeah.
You're right.
I don't know. I lose.
Damn. It's because you said probably. Otherwise,
I know, but
Nice
like,
try, bro. You didn't even get
hard.
your
It is
original
hard.
promise.
all good.
11 is
You
hard.
didn't even get your original one. 6.
Our last I Can Name is going to be fashion brands. How many can you name?
I can name 8 fashion brands.
Dude, this guy's like...
Why does he start so high?
He's
Okay, I can
starting
name
so
9.
high now.
I can name 12.
I can name 13.
That's cap, bro.
Cap. I'm gonna call
Cap?
cap on
Yeah, I'm
that.
capping that.
Dior, Louis, Gucci, Nike, Adidas, Hours, Abercrombie, Hollister,
Damn.
H&M,
That shit was pretty easy, huh?
I don't know, Calvin Klein,
Okay.
Wait, why am I blank? I just like full blank.
What are you wearing?
He's choking under pressure. Wait, this is not good for stage 1, bro. All right, now we're going to be doing a Valorant content creator tier list. Shanks is already going to be at D, but it's all good. Let's start from the top.
Okay, Tarik has to be S tier, first of all.
I think without Tarik, Valorant dies, question mark?
Yeah.
Exclamation
So
mark.
think about it like that. Like without Ardiis, does Valorant die?
Nah.
Nah.
I don't think Ardiis is.
Nah, but he's hilarious.
I don't think
bro.
Ardiis has
Yeah.
streamed long enough to be S tier yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So what, like an A? Like
Yeah.
He
He
is hilarious.
He
though.
has
He's on his way.
potential.
He's on his way.
I'll do A.
A tier.
It
Okay.
makes sense.
All right,
ShahZaM.
ShahZaM. What are we saying?
ShahZaM has streamed a very long time, but
He's one of the
if we're
OG
saying
goats.
content creators, he doesn't create content.
But he's been so consistent, bro.
I think B.
I think we hit
B
the
is
B.
fair.
All right. We got Mooda.
Except Mooda.
got
Yo, Adam.
What's so
We
funny?
got
Why
Mooda
are you
back
saying
on the
yo,
list,
Adam?
bro.
I got no
No,
issues with
Mooda
this
has
guy.
put a lot of time in and popped off.
He's trying to be. He made a Twitter post saying that he's trying to be him. He's trying to be the best.
Aren't we all?
Valorant content creator ever?
That
I'd
means
say
he's
B.
That means
Or,
he's
sorry,
not
A,
A.
sorry.
It's got to be.
I thought you have to put him A tier.
I think he has to.
Yeah,
be.
he's on his way.
How hard he popped off is insane.
And like the way that he did it too, bro. This guy was just playing ranked, trolling my games,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden he's like the top streamer in Val.
That is Sean.
Yeah, we got Sean Gares.
Shit.
I feel like Sean actually makes like valuable content.
I'm
I
going
know.
S.
For
I'm
like
going
for
S.
me, like Sean and Sliggy would be S, but that's for like the value I
Yeah.
get from watch part,
I think
like
A doesn't
streams
all.
and stuff.
A,
I think
A
we have to
tier doesn't
consider, we have to
be.
consider that value.
Yeah,
I think Sean deserves S just because of everything that he's done, and like he also is now
He does
like
a lot for the community.
yeah, he was also like
Yeah.
GOAT coach on 100 Thieves.
But without Sean, would Valorant die?
Nah, he's not like an S. He's an A.
That's
I would say
true.
Sean is an A.
No.
I think
There's
Sliggy
only
is
one
S,
S.
but
I think
There's
A.
only
Sean
I
one
think
is
we
A.
hit the A. I think we hit the A. Okay, we got Shanky Boy, and this is definitely a D, bro.
Low key, Ryan has been carrying NA streaming recently. I'll say
He
it.
has.
He has been carrying
So you
hard.
put S?
Yeah, but this guy's taking vacations, not showing up for content over here, bro.
No, no,
You-
Put him
at B.
Put him at a B, bro.
B. No.
All right. Well,
This
if
guy's
he's
A tier.
if
This
he's
guy's-
at A and he's
we got-
carrying, then
we
we
got-
have to move some people down. I think. No?
Okay, I think ShahZaM needs to go C,
Yeah. And then
and
Ryan goes
then
down.
Sean, in my opinion,
Goes B.
B.
Yeah.
And I feel like Ardiis needs
Okay, we
to
need
go
to
B
rank
too.
it. Can we
If
rank it
Ryan-
from
Artist
left
B
to
as
right?
well, maybe because he hasn't been doing it for that long.
And then
right?
if Ryan is in A, then yeah.
Yeah,
If
Ryan
Ryan's
A.
in A,
Ryan
Ryan
A.
in A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Now we're evening it out a little
Is that
bit.
Sliggy?
Yeah, okay, now we got
Slickster.
the Sligster.
See, I would put this guy at A.
Yeah, for
because
me,
he watch parties
it's
every
A
day.
at minimum.
He's been doing it for a long time. too.
His grind is insane.
Yeah,
I love his takes too.
It's
His
A
takes are
because
good.
he just hasn't missed a day of streaming.
yeah.
And he has very positive like.
He's so calm, man.
Who's that? Tyson?
yeah,
That is
Tyson
Tyson.
has.
That's an
TenZ.
S.
There's like no
That's
question.
Insta
There's
S.
no question.
The GOAT. Yeah, CGRS. Ooh.
I honestly didn't even
I don't know his popularity.
I don't know.
He's actually extremely popular
cool
in
guy.
Asia, but he is competing again now, I believe.
Yeah.
Made
Like
in
he's on
Thailand.
that Made in Thailand team that
B or
I
C?
think whoever put this on the tier list from NRG just wanted like.
to start some beef with you guys, huh? You got your get back though. You got your get back. You're chilling.
Nah, he's actually super chill.
I think we hit the C, bro. I think we hit the
Yeah,
C
it's
on
C.
him. To wrap up this episode, we're going to be inviting some fans to ask us questions directly onto Discord. If you want to be asked questions on a future podcast, reach out to DchozN in Discord.
How do you guys like mentally reset after like a bad map or a bad half? Like, is it a group effort? Do you all individually just kind of have to think about it yourselves, or?
Usually the coach helps a lot. Just talking about like moving on, because obviously people want to like talk about mistakes that just happened, but sometimes it's not relative to like the rest of the game. So yeah, just go look forward kind of thing.
After halftime, it's always easy to just like forget about what just happened and just like move on. It's very like when we were down 10-2, you just like forget about it like that and just keep going.
From like an IGL perspective, it's instant that you have to move on, but you try to like look back at some mistakes that maybe are relevant to the next map, and you kind of go over like, it could be something general like, okay, we didn't play fast enough or aggressive enough, so we need to play a little bit more aggressive this next map. But that's about the only time I reference the previous map. Usually we just kind of move on to the game plan for the next map, and everyone individually, it's their responsibility to kind of mentally get themselves back into the game.
And I had one more. It's more like just like a fun question. If you had to live in like any like map, like TDM, deathmatch, any map, like which map would you pick?
If I could have to live
Breeze for sure.
Breeze.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the question?
You can live in any map.
I'd say Pearl.
Oh, you're underwater, huh?
Pearl's calm. Is it? Oh yeah, it is.
I think Pearl's
Oh
underwater.
yeah, Pearl's like chill.
That's
Like you
true.
got the music and shit.
I like
Yeah.
Ascent. Ascent sounds like a good map to live at.
Ascent, bro. Ascent's like
Yeah,
another
dude,
dimension, bro.
where are you gonna sleep on those maps? I'm gonna sleep backside
I'm
beach.
sleeping on the Brit on the
Backside
beach,
beach,
bro.
Yeah.
Guys,
I'm
you
sleeping on the
in a
beach.
cave.
It's
Dude, there,
nighttime.
there's a castle
What?
in
What?
Breeze,
Like
like outside the map.
Outside the
Yeah,
map.
you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
there's a castle
No,
outside
it
the
has
map.
to be inside the map though.
Nah,
No,
because, like,
I'm
world,
turning
it's the
Ghost
world.
on and I'm out, bro.
Yeah, it'd be breeze for me too. It'd be breeze. Just go fishing every day.
Yeah.
There's just crabs walking
Yeah,
around
bro.
too.
no, that's true actually.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a fire question. That was a fun question. Ask away, brother.
So recently, Tejo got introduced, right? And obviously, he's shifting the meta. How do you kind of approach that, shift to your comps and whatnot? Like, who's like the first on the new agent testing it out? What's the process there?
You do your best to implement him if you feel like you have players that are capable of like using him, and also your playstyle kind of allows for you to play him. So you try your best to implement him. In this situation, probably with Breach, because he's best paired with Breach. But in general, like when new agents come out, it's best to at least give it a shot just to see how it feels. And then based off those results, you can kind of determine whether you're going to keep playing with him or not, or like implement him on new maps.
So kind of as a follow-up to that, a lot of like VCT casters and analysts kind of have the opinion that whoever best implements Tejo and Masters Bangkok is going to win it. Do you agree with that? Or
100%.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Pretty true. Pretty accurate.
Most teams are going to be implementing Tejo, and some teams might be better at implementing him, but at the same time, like other teams have better fundamentals. If you look at a team like G2, I think they're all very good fundamentally, and that helps a lot. So even if like the opposing Tejo is better, implemented better, you could still see the team with the better Tejo lose. So like obviously the team matters as well, but in general, if it's like Tejo against no Tejo, I refuse to believe the team with the no Tejo wins.
appreciate you guys.
See ya.
Ask away.
All right, so my question is for all you guys, what is the hardest series you guys have ever played in your careers?
Lock-in versus Loud.
Yeah, Lock-in versus Loud or Fnatic at Tokyo, where we just got shit on.
Probably any Fnatic game on LAN.
Bro, I don't even want to answer. My thing is gonna be so like
What is it, bro?
down below.
What is it, bro?
I don't even want to say.
About this
Say it,
season.
bro. Just say
From
it.
this season?
I mean, I guess like the KRU game was pretty impossible. Map 3, like I actually felt impossible.
I mean, my hardest game was probably against G2. Like any G2 game is just not fun to play, especially as a duelist. It just sucks.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you.
problem. Thank you.
Mainly for Mada and Verno, since kickoff is over and it being your guys' first time on a tier 1 team, what would you guys say is the biggest difference between tier 2 and tier 1?
I don't think there is like a huge difference, to be honest. Like at least gameplay wise, the only thing is like playing in front of a crowd, I guess. But even then, I don't think it really like bothered me, to be honest. I think it can get to some people, but for me, it was just like it felt pretty natural. So I don't think it's like a huge difference at all.
Thank you for having me.
Yo.
What's up?
Yo.
What up?
After kind of, getting eliminated from playoffs or masters, how do you kind of recoup from that loss? Do you take time off or do you hop back into practice to try and fix things?
Definitely both. I mean, we've had like a week off, but I think that's only because we were working like 3 months straight because of off-season tournaments. If we didn't have those, we'd probably just get right back into prac. But we've been on it for a long time now. So
Definitely try to like take at least a few days off, at least a few days to a week, because you want to try to not just take like a little mental break, but you also like get time to figure out and process what just happened and like what you can do to, fix it for next time, how you can personally like improve, etc. So it's always good to like get that break. At least like that's kind of the only silver lining of like losing, is you get that time to refocus up on, what went wrong, and you're able to do the best that you can to try to fix it.
Thank you.
That's going to wrap things up. Thank you for watching Offscript, the NRG VALORANT podcast brought to you by Spectrum. And don't forget to like, sub, drop a comment down below. Peace.
All right, deuces.